Hello, welcome to your favorite show. Today I take you to Nigeria to speak to one nobleman, a gentleman I call him. We speak to Mr. Obum Neme. Mr. Obum Neme, welcome to our show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, it's a pleasure meeting you, Mr. Obum Neme. Without wasting much of your time, can you tell us something about you? Who is Mr. Obum Neme?
Okay, thank you for that question. My name is Akwine Obumneme Chineme. I'm from Nigeria. Currently, I'm doing my master's in Sustainable International Agriculture in Germany. My primary school, I did my primary school at St. Clair's Nursery and Primary School in Oshobo. I did my secondary school at Federal Government College, Ikiru in Osun State also. And I did my university at Federal University of Technology, Owerri. Currently, I'm furthering my studies in Sustainable International Agriculture here in Germany.
Oh, so great, so great. So you do your master's in Germany?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So, if I may ask you, how is a day in life of a Nigerian student in Germany? I mean, someone doing his master's in Germany.
Yeah, that's a very great question, by the way. A day in life for a Nigerian in Germany is a Nigerian student in Germany is not really easy because you have to wake up very early. If you're a Christian, you say your prayers. If you're a Muslim, you do your prayers also. Then, if you are going to work, because sometimes you have to go to work very early, around 5 o'clock, 5:30. You have to go to work. You have to go to work and come back. And if you would be staying at home, you have to cook. You have to attend lectures, combining lectures and school and work is not really an easy task for a student. It takes a lot of bravery to do that, and it takes a lot of passion, and it takes a lot of strength
Sure.
to do that. It's not really easy.
Pigeon.
Yeah. So a day for life for Nigerian students for Germany no be beans. You know, say if you travel abroad like this, many people go feel say you don't come, may you can't carry money. It's not the easy for here because we know they pick money for ground. For you to combine book and work for here, no be beans. And the work what they do, na laga with the color for here. It's not really easy. Make students get office work. So no be my no be beans, but with the push and we are all good. We are fine.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. We will come to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Mr. Obumneme, you mentioned working and studying in Germany.
Yeah.
So, how is working as a student in Germany like? Can you work throughout the year? Do you get jobs so easily, like in your city where you live? Is it easy getting a job? And how much can you get from working getting from a job as a student?
Yeah.
And can you get a job to do as soon as you arrive in Germany as a student?
Yeah, okay. Thank you for that question once again. I would first of all take the first question. That's how is working as a student in Germany like? In Germany here, when you get your visa, when you arrive, you can actually work as a student, but you have to combine it with school. That's the main purpose you came for. So combining it with school, that means when you arrive, you have to register in your city, of course. Like mine, I went to the Auslander in Göttingen because I reside in Göttingen, and I registered in my city. Then you are going to apply for a work permit, and you submit the necessary documents. And when you are given those documents, then on this work permit, it says that you can work actually for 240 days in a year as part-time job. Then you can work 120 days full-time job in a year. So actually, you cannot work throughout the year. There are a number of days stipulated for you to work. in a year.
You mean you went to the rat house? That is the Auslander Behold.
Yeah, I went to the rat
rat
house
house.
immediately I arrived, and I registered in my city.
Okay.
Yeah.
And students cannot work throughout the year. You can do full time, 120 days or 240 days part time.
Part time. So that means you can work 20 hours per week, then 80 hours per month. So you can't work throughout the year. You have to. It's written on the work permit the number of days you have to work as a student.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It is stated on the work permit
Yeah.
that a student can do 240 days part time work.
Yeah.
Or 120 days full time work.
Yeah.
You can't exceed that.
No, if you exceed that, there'll be a penalty for it. So
even the company that employed you will be in trouble.
Yeah, they'll be in trouble. Definitely, they'll be in trouble.
I see. It's so informative.
Yeah.
So, can one get job as soon as you arrive?
Yes, I would say yes, but you have to do some necessary registrations, and it will take a couple of days before you can actually get the work permit. When you arrive, you have to actually go to the what they call it, the rat house to register. Then after registering, you can now they'll issue you the work permit after you've applied for it. Then you can now start looking for a job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I should take you back a bit to what you said earlier,
Yeah.
or what you earlier mentioned, how much can a student earn from a part-time work or a full-time work? Is it enough to sustain you as a student? I mean, your income that you earn from that part-time work, 240 days in a year, or 120 days full-time in a year, is it so enough to enable you go through all these registration, feeding, paying of bills and stuff? Is it so enough?
Yeah, it's enough actually, because working part-time in a year, you can actually make like let me say 800 to 900 monthly. Then if you get a full-time job, you can make between, let me say, 1,005 to 2,000 to 2,005 a month. So, and most of the time students stay in student hostels, which are subsidized by the school authority. So you are not paying much for your hostel fee, and your insurance is not that much. It's variable, and your feeding is Germany is not so costly. You can feed well with a little amount of money, and you'll be comfortable, and you still have small money to send home. You know, we Africans, we like to send.
Sure.
You have people back there that will have to send money to.
Oh, great,
Yeah.
great. But earlier, I liked your pidgin language as you explained with pidgin.
Yeah, waiting I be dey try talk be say, if you come Germany, you no go just come like that, start to dey work. If you come, you go gats go where dem dey call rat house, go register for the city where you base. So if you register, you go come apply for work permit. So that work permit wey you go apply for, e go take some number of days before you arrive. So if you arrive, you fit come start to dey look for job. And as we dey look for job for here, most of them are on internet. There are some what they call it, e get some sites wey dey available wey you fit find job, or some of us dey use eBay Kleinanzeigen take find job.
So you mean there are some websites and other portals that you can log into or search for jobs on these portals or websites?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are numerous of them.
All right, because in Germany, basically, you can search for jobs online.
Sure.
Yeah, and there are thousands of job agencies in Germany that are ready to offer you jobs.
Sure.
So getting a job sometimes becomes a bit difficult depending on where you live. It all depends on your city or location. But there are thousands of job agencies and there are millions of jobs in Germany for students, for citizens, and anyone at all in Germany. So I asked you this question before we go for a break. Is your bachelor degree certificate so relevant or enough to help you get a job or secure you a job in Germany?
I would say no, because our bachelor's degree in Nigeria is not that strong. When you come here, you have to do some other certifications or you have to further your degree, maybe do a master's just like I'm doing, or you do some other certifications for you to be able to um, be fit into the labor market in Germany here. So your bachelor's degree can only help you enter. It can only help you secure a master's degree in Germany. You can't really work with your bachelor's degree here. So wetin I been dey talk be say your bachelor's degree no fit help you get job for Germany. In rare cases, some persons get job with their bachelor's degree. In rare cases, but normally bachelor's degree no fit help you get job for Germany. You guys do some other certifications, take back am up, or you do masters just like as I dey do, so that you go fit get their certificate here and you go fit settle down, find job for here.
All right. We're taking this quick break. Keep watching. Welcome back to the show. We are still here with Mr. Obumneme. We're still speaking our pidgin, still speaking our English on this show. So, Mr. Obumneme, before we went for the break, you were on jobs.
Yeah.
I want you to hit hard on jobs or working as a student in Germany. I asked this simple question. We all know the motive of many students from Africa. You are here to study, and once you are studying, you have to also cater for yourself. You have to get something that you can live on. So you have to work. But where should the students' focus be? Should it be on jobs or on studies as you come?
That's another beautiful question. The focus of a student should be balanced. You should balance the two, because if you focus only on the studies, who will give you the money? You have to balance the two, and you have to focus on studies as well as focus on work. You have to strike the balance. Yeah. And earlier on, I was talking about jobs. Actually, we have Nigerian bodies, that is like the NICIC, we call it NICIC, the national chapter, and the individual institution chapters. We call it NICIC. When you come in, like when I came in, I have many of my friends. I met them online already, and they helped me to settle. So you can actually meet them up, and they would actually help you to look for jobs. They will help you to settle. If you are looking for accommodation and some other things, they will actually help you. So wait, now be the talk we say before we go for break, we've been the talk about jobs. So it gets one body where we get for here. We call it Nigerians in Germany, NICIG. So, and Ghanaians and some other Africans also get their own bodies. So when you come in, these guys, they are just students like us. They be students like us too. So when you come in, they go help you, then go put you through the system. They go help you find house, if you find house, because it take time before the student accommodation comes sometimes actually. So they go help you find house, then go help you find job too. Then go put you through for the things where they happen for Germany here. Yeah.
Yo, thank you so much, Mr. Obumneme. So you earlier mentioned working and studying, and you said the focus should be balanced.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? Does it mean the work environment is so stressful, or which is which? Well, if you say it should be balanced, what do you actually mean by that?
Yeah, actually, working in Germany is really tough. It's really tough. And here you can't, nobody will dash you one oil without doing anything.
You mean you cannot even pick an oil from the ground?
You can't even see it, or you got talking something.
And people will not give you money because back home we are a bit flexible. We unwind. I mean, I can come to you for money. You can come to me for money.
No,
is it not done here?
Nobody will give you one oil unless they can give you on the job. because they have this culture of giving tips, so they can give you on the job. But for you not to be working, you can't pick money anywhere. So actually, waiting. What we do is, you have to work, and you have to also find time to do your studies, because that's the main reason you are here. You can't work all time. You have to graduate also. So you have to find a way to strike the balance for your work and for your studies.
So great. Viewers, in our next video, we'll be talking about studying in Germany. I mean, we will get to know much about studying in Germany. Is it stressful? Is it so easy? Is it something that you can cherish as a newcomer from Ghana or Nigeria or Gambia or anywhere from Africa? So we continue with our questions tonight with Mr. Buminimi. We are still on jobs and working in Germany. Can you be bold and talk about some of the jobs that students do in Germany? You mentioned jobs and working, so I know you are working as a student in Germany.
Sure.
Can you hit on it? I mean, what do students do to make a living? I mean, in Germany.
Yeah, mostly, as a student, you are still studying. So most jobs students do here in Germany are just unskilled job. Jobs that requires effort, not really tactical.
You need some energy.
Yeah,
I mean, you have to get some muscles.
menial jobs.
Menial jobs.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
So we have a quite number of them. We have the production helpers. We have those that help work in factories. We have food deliveries. We have the Umzug helpers. These ones, if people are moving out, you help them to move their things, and you move it to the destination they move to. Then we have the cleaning job.
You're talking about Umzug.
Yeah, Umzug helpers. Then we have the cleaning job. There are many of them. But actually it's doable. I mean, we have been doing it, and we have been surviving.
Yeah, so students have been doing this, and that is what they live by.
Yeah,
so you will survive as you come.
Yeah.
You have to be motivated if you're in Nigeria or Ghana or Sierra Leone or Kenya. Don't be afraid. Master courage and come. He is here now, and he is surviving. So you can equally come and survive. Don't be scared. So we are still on the show. Mr. Boomnimig, just feel free and talk to me. Can you talk about any challenges of? I mean, just be clear on it. Can you talk about any challenges of working and studying? I mean, the two, because I know for Germany, it's not all that studying. I mean, the studies in there is not all that easy.
Yeah, actually,
It's a bit demanding.
Yeah, the study is a bit demanding. For us coming from Africa, especially in Nigeria, our A for excellent is it starts from 70, but from here they have a different grading scales, which runs from 1.0 to 5.0. 5.0 is fail, and 1.0 I think is from 97 to 100, and followed by 1.3, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, then fail for 5.0. So the Germans are perfectionists actually, and many of their students actually get 1.0. But for us from Africa, it's really difficult, especially you're working, you stress all day, and you come back to read. Sometimes you might even want to read, you have to sleep off, you doze off on the book. So it's not really easy hitting that 1.0, but it's doable. People are doing it. We have students who have graduated from here, and they are working. They came out with good grades and all what. So people are really doing it.
Oh, great, oh, great. And don't forget your pidgin, because people would like to hear you speaking that good pidgin.
Yeah, so waiting that with the talk we say, it's no easy for you to combine work and school for here, because school on its own now work. You get me? So it's not easy to combine them, because their grading system they different from waiting with the face for Africa. For Africa, now 70 PA, But for here, their A, which is 1.0, now from 97 to 100. So for you to get that one, I know say you go even answer the whole question finish. So the grading system is difficult, it's not easy, and people they do am sharp, people they do am, and we they survive. And I've actually had a couple of 1.0s. So when you come, you can also, I know you can do better than me when you come.
But there is this fallacy somewhere in West Africa. I think it cut across Ghana, Sierra Leone, Gambia, that when you come in here, they do open book. So even during examination, you can open your book and just write anything for the professor and you get good grades. I mean, you don't have to stress yourself. Is it the case for students in Germany? Or?
Actually, I have not witnessed that, but I have a friend in one of, I think is doing integrated plant and animal breeding. He said the lecturer said they should come with the book, but if you come with the book, you know, say, normally for exam here, like in Africa, when we are coming from, they give 3 hours for like, let me say,
so you have so much time to
so
answer the
much time,
questions.
but timing is part of the exam here, so they'll give limited time. So when they say make open book, if you waste time go they open that book,
Sure.
you don't say you don't already start to the free. So it's just better for you to read and understand, so that when you go there, you hit the exam hard, you hit it in time, and you make your good grades.
Oga, well done. Well done, Oga.
Yeah.
We're taking this break. You'll be back. And we're going to ask very sensitive question. In fact, a question that many would like to hear. So keep watching. Don't go away. Welcome back, viewers. We are still with Mr. Obumneme from Nigeria, and we're still talking about studying and working in Germany. He has been giving us enough as we want. The information is so important for someone who would like to travel from Nigeria or Ghana or Gambia, Sierra Leone, Kenya. Any student from Africa needs to hear this. So we are still on jobs. But there is one element that we cannot leave out in this conversation. It's about the language. We know Mr. Obumneme is in Germany and Germans don't speak English. So how do you cope? And how do you even get these jobs to do? How is the working environment like? Because you speak English, but they don't speak English. Or how is it like? Is language a barrier? Is language a factor in getting a job in Germany, Mr. Obumneme?
Yeah, first of all, language is always a barrier, especially when you can't communicate very well. Communication is the key anywhere we go. But actually, Germans speak Dutch, and most African countries, we either speak French or we speak English, either of the two. But while coming, I do encourage people back at home. While coming, you have to try as much as possible to learn the language. Even if you can't get to, let me say, B1 or C1 level, just try as much as possible at least to get to the A1 or A2 level. Just get the basics so that you can communicate and you can have your way when you come, because language is very, very important. Because I mentioned about jobs, about how to look for jobs, and some menial jobs actually require language skills. There are some jobs that would, when you apply, they ask for your language proficiency, and when you can't provide this, it becomes a problem. So language is very, very important. So waiting I've been the talk we say, I always advise people with the house we go like make this journey we will make like this. Say make them try as much as possible, make them learn the language, because if you come here, if you communicate, na problem. You go get that problem. So you better make you just try. Even if you know if you perfect the language, just try. Make you just get the basics. That's A1, A2. So that when you come, because you get some menial jobs where they apply to here, some unskilled jobs would apply to here, where then go say make you submit language proficiency, and when you know fit submit that one, it will be problem. So language is very, very important.
You mean to say even with the menial jobs, the cleaning, the food delivery, the newspaper, sharing of newspapers, the production work, you still need to learn the language?
Yeah, you actually need to learn the language.
All right, viewers, this is the experience of a student from Nigeria doing his master's in Germany. Whatever he said are the facts, and you have to know this to be motivated or educated. Is there anything that you'd like to add or say? I mean, your last comment as a student studying masters in Germany. Anything that you'd like to say, either in Pidgin? You are okay to go.
Yeah, I would like to encourage us back there in Africa.
Loud.
Yeah, I would like to encourage us back there in Africa to make this bold step. You can actually come to Germany and do your masters. They are very welcoming. They are nice people, and when you come, you know, there will be no limitation for you because their certificate is recognized worldwide. And another thing I would like tell our viewers where they home be say, don't be everybody where they abroad they get soft landing. You know they easy for here. The kind job what they do, the kind job what you go do, now body, it dey tell for body. So make that not to disturb now people where they abroad. That we just see as a person go abroad that go say they enjoy. My brother, enjoyment not today here.
But you make fine now, okay?
Forget this thing, the natural body.
No natural body that.
Na natural body.
Oh, so
enjoyment not today here. Oh. So people wey come here now struggle with the struggle to survive. Even people wey dey do professional job, e no easy for them. So that's what I would like to tell our viewers back home.
Thank you so much, Mr. Obuminimi, for coming on the show.
You're welcome, Mr. Charles.
We would like to invite you sometime again to come and share with us your thoughts and ideas and experiences in Germany. Viewers, this is where we draw the curtains for today's show. Keep watching this show and don't forget to subscribe and be part of the show anytime we come your way. In our next video, we will be talking about studying in Germany and other matters relating to students and living in Germany. So stay tuned, keep watching and follow this channel. And like I said, subscribe and follow our videos. Thank you for watching.